Hey everyone, it's technology expert Burton Kelso here with another tech tip to help you get the most out of the technology in your life. Today we're talking about ransomware and tools that you can download to remove that pesky and nasty ransomware off your computers. That's right, ransomware is probably one of the worst forms of viruses out there, but with the help of some hackers, they have been able to figure out the encryption keys behind some of the ransomware attacks that have occurred, which can help you recover your files if you fall victim to a ransomware attack. Now, before we go on and share some of these free utilities that you can download, I have to let you know that when it comes to ransomware, you can pretty much protect yourself by watching what you click on in links and emails and websites. That's right, as I've explained before, user interaction is required for many of the cyber attacks that are out there. Now there's bots out there that are searching the internet trying to infiltrate your information, but at the same time, if you are vigilant and you make sure that you're not visiting naughty websites or clicking in malicious links and emails, then you can make sure that you can stay safe from ransomware. Now, if you've ever been a victim of a ransomware attack, you know that once those files are locked up, it's pretty much impossible to get a hold of them. And don't even think about paying that ransom, because there's no guarantee if you pay the ransom that pops up on your computer or network of computers that you're actually going to get your information back. So let's take a look at some of the utilities out there and see what some people are doing as far as making sure that people can decrypt their information when it comes to ransomware. Well, one of the more popular sites out there is a website called Ransomware.org. They have a program called the Crypto Sheriff, which will allow you to use some of the codes to decrypt your information. Now, this is possible because cyber criminals don't really have true hacking skills, if you can believe that. That means that they're using old encryption algorithms in order to decrypt your data. Now, for a hacker, if you know what you're doing, you can get past those encryptions. But as an average person, it can be darn near impossible to get access to your files. So it's important to know that you can go to a site called Ransomware.org and use the Crypto Sheriff to get your information back. Now, there's two ways that this website works. Now, number one, you can upload an encrypted file here to kind of find out what algorithm is being used with your computer as far as the encryption is concerned. What happens during encryption is that it will leave a specific file extension letting you know what type of encryption was used to encrypt your files during a ransomware attack. Now, using the Crypto Sheriff, you can go through and upload a couple of files from your PC to kind of find out what the algorithm is. And then the other thing that you can do in order to find out if or where the source of your encryption is coming from is that you can upload the URL where the cyber criminals are holding your data hostage. And if you do so, it will let you know what data encryption algorithm you can use to decrypt your data. Now, keep in mind that these ransomware encryption tools are not foolproof. So it's the best thing that you can do is to make sure that you always have cloud and redundant backups of all of your information, and also make sure that you're using common sense and not clicking on stuff that you can get hit with ransomware. Now, there's other sites that you can go to as far as finding out if you can decrypt your information if it gets hit in a ransomware attack. A lot of the popular Antivirus Pro manufacturers have jumped on the bandwagon to make it possible for you to decrypt that data. Now, you can go with Kaspersky, which pretty much uses the same thing as far as finding out which encryption algorithm is going on. You can do a search, or if you know what you're doing, you can go through and download some of the encryptors to find out which one has your files hostage. Other manufacturers of antivirus software that have jumped on the bandwagon are McAfee. You can download the McAfee recovery tool. And also Trend Micro has a recovery tool. And one more that I did not mention would be Avast. Avast has a tool that will allow you to decrypt your data. So it used to be a few years ago, if your information was lost to ransomware, it meant total annihilation of your files. No longer. There is hope for ransomware. So if you find yourself hit with ransomware, one of the first places that you do want to start is the Crypto Sheriff website, found at nomoreransom.org, to find out if you can get your information back. If you see at the No More Ransom site, they've got ransomware Q&As, prevention advice, which is some of the stuff that I've recommended, and of course decryption tools that you can download on your own. Now, to kind of give you an example of how many algorithms are being used, if we scroll through the list of some of the encryption tools here, you can see that there's quite a bit of encryption tools that are utilized in ransomware. And like I said earlier, luckily cyber criminals haven't advanced that much as far as using some of those algorithms, but there's quite a few out there. So be sure to check this website out to make sure that you can try to retrieve your information back. But like I said, for the love of God, back up your information with redundant backup. Probably the best backup that you can use for ransomware protection is cloud backup services such as Carbonite and Backblaze. Both give you redundancy as far as the backups are concerned, having backups up to 30 days. And if your cloud backup gets hit with ransomware, you can restore from an old backup. So if you have comments or questions about ransomware and how to protect yourself or to use these encryption tools, leave them in the comment section below. Would love to hear from you to kind of help you find out how to get rid of that ransomware off your pesky computers. If you want more computer tips other than ransomware advice, be sure to subscribe to, I got it again, the Integral site, my company or myself, Burton Kelso, the technology expert, on social media and on YouTube to find tips and tricks and videos that will show you how to get the most from the technology you use in your day-to-day life. So take care of yourself and do many things to make you smile, and thanks for watching.